Today we're talking about one of the biggest shifts happening in business right now. How customers find you in a world being reshaped by AI. Because for years, the playbook was simple. Build a website, run some ads, rank on Google, buy leads, and hope the phone rings. But that playbook is changing fast. Now, AI tools are deciding what businesses get recommended, what answers show up first, and who gets completely ignored. Search is no longer about SEO. It's becoming a battle for authority, trust, and visibility inside systems most business owners still don't understand. So the real question is this: if your company depends on being found online, are you building for where traffic used to come from or where it's going next? In this conversation, Trent and I sit down with Paul Olson from So Good to break down SEO versus AEO, why traditional ranking strategies are evolving, how platforms like YouTube and Reddit are influencing AI search results, and what business owners should be doing right now before they fall behind. If you rely on leads, visibility, and staying relevant in a changing market, this episode matters. So everybody's familiar with SEO, but this new terminology, AEO, which is all about agentic, right? Going with a more AI approach. What are you guys doing right now to implement AI into SEO?
Man, I love that question for me specifically. So the biggest thing that we do is we focus primarily on working for Gemini. Our goal is to show businesses in that AI overview. So if you Google anything, what do you see? What comes up? On the top, you get a summary called the AI overview.
Yep.
And our primary goal is for my companies that work for me to show up as that AI summary.
So Gary V has been like all over social media recently talking about how you need to be just creating shorts after shorts for YouTube specifically so that Gemini can go and pick it up, right? And for your content, what are your thoughts around that? What's your philosophy there?
So I think Gary V might have read our website.
Yeah.
And I'm tongue in cheek here a little, but we do curated YouTube content for our businesses that hire us. We do blog, FAQ on their websites. Everything we do on the website to make sure that it's matching up with the content we're putting up on their YouTube. And we also do curated content on Reddit. And I think we're the only home services company that actually does anything on Reddit.
Yeah.
So I mean, tell me more. Why?
I spent a lot of time in Reddit, long webs. It goes like 3 sentences are really phenomenal, and then the rest is straight up moon landing stuff. So,
yeah.
Is that what you're pulling from?
Yeah, no. So we control the narrative to the best that you can on Reddit. And I don't want to get into the weeds too much on exactly how we do it, but we will run Reddit for our customers. So we basically build them a Reddit page and then we run it for them. And we get AI picking them up on Reddit and on YouTube. And then we get that tracked back to their blog on their site. And the blog is what shows up in the AI overview. It wants to quote a blog, but you got to get it there.
So Reddit or any type of blog articles or whatnot, my understanding is that like making sure that it's not all just produced through AI is like a key component to make sure that it's actually searchable. Because I've heard, and you can correct me, this is more your wheelhouse, that like if this content is being created by AI, it won't necessarily be picked up by AI, or you'll actually get a little bit of a black eye for that. What are your thoughts on that?
It's friendly fire.
Yeah. So AI is looking for organic content, real content from real people.
Right.
So if you're just blanket using ChatGPT and then copying, pasting that and throwing it right on
all
there,
the M dashes
galore, then AI is going to kind of, I hate to say hold it against you, but they will lower the value, right? So what you're trying to build is authority with AI. So every time you just copy and paste, you lose authority. So the goal is, even if you're using ChatGPT, is then rewrite it, make it human.
So give me some statistics as far as like the amount of people that are searching on Google versus ChatGPT versus even Claude or any type of agentic type search engine. Like what do the statistics look like right now as far as the consumer looking for products?
Yeah. We're going to broad stroke the canvas a little bit here.
Yep.
When you're talking about home services, that's what, our niche is, staying in that. When you're talking about home services, then we see it's less than 7% of all searches use any of the LLMs, all of them combined, right? So right around 6.25%, somewhere in there. That's all the LLMs combined. So we don't have to try to cut that 6% into little slivers to say ChatGPT got 2%, and Conntect got this, and Perplexity, and all. It doesn't matter. It's less than 10%. Google's still 90.
Google's 90. Well, I mean, I'm assuming there's other search engines that pull a handful of percent.
Yeah, so there's a handful of percent that are going to go straight to like Yelp or Angie's.
Sure.
Right? Going through Meta, those kinds of things. But Google's the prime.
Still 85, 90. And that AI summary ranks above all ads, right?
It's the highest thing on Google. It's number one. And Google, when they launched that in May, right? So they started doing that AI, and you could select AI mode or standard.
Yep.
Since May of 25, where they launched that, it was about 20% of the time it showed up with an AI summary. Now it's about 80% of the time it shows up with an AI summary. And So Good believes by May, it's going to be just about 100.
And is that true on mobile? Honestly, I'd never Google anything on mobile anymore. If I ever Google anything, it's on a desktop because I got Google pulled up because I'm using Chrome or whatnot. But outside of that, is that true on mobile?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you get that AI, and then you can get some sponsored ads. You're going to get the map pack. The highest you can rank now when AI overview comes up, the highest you can rank if you're just going like generative search or the old blue link search, algorithm search. If I'm thinking algorithm search, SEO principles is halfway up the first page on your best day. If it is your best day, the AI summary doesn't pop, nothing pops.
Right. You got to get through the map first.
You're halfway because of all of the other stuff. Google doesn't want people on your site. They want people on Google.
Right.
So are you saying like, okay, so you spend a lot on PPC, right, to rank. Are you saying you could just allocate the budget to blogs and YouTube videos and rank higher on the page and spend less money, and you're actually in the AI answer? Is that like the gist?
So this is like the most careful balance that you can do. So like Gary Vee said, just throw a ton of content out there. AI, if you're doing too much content in too many places, AI is going to see that, and they're going to, again, you lose authority because you're just throwing everything out there. So there's a pattern to everything. If you overdo it, it's not good. Just like anything with you. If you drink too much water, you can get sick, right? So the same thing with AI. So you've got to fit within all of these parameters of what all the different AI agents are looking for. So PPC is still a great option. If I want to scale my business, I want to double it from 10 million to 20 million in 2 years. Let's just say that's the number. You're going to have a lot of PPC spend. You are. But if you say, I want to go from 10 million to 20 million over 5 years, your PPC spend doesn't have to be nearly there because you could do it primarily on the organic traffic. So
is there a path? Like, do you know the formula, or is this art for you too? You know, like, does somebody have the map, the treasure map?
I would say there's a lot of different maps out there. Some of them I kind of disregard almost immediately when we see them, like, because we do a lot of research on this on a regular basis. Not only do we run our own case studies on our own clients, we also case study other clients. But the reality is the roadmap that we're using shows just amazing results. So we run alongside a lot of the digital agencies because we don't build websites, right? We don't do SEO. And AI still needs that website to have base authority. So if you don't have general SEO going, your base authority is going to be low on that website.
That makes sense.
So you still have to have SEO.
So the videos that you're making on YouTube, you're the ones that are making them? And what is the formula to create authority that agentic AI could pull from that?
Yeah, so we basically take subject matter for that client in their region. We ask questions and answer questions. And so we're following the format that AI is looking for.
Is this the So Good channel? Like what I've been on and all that stuff?
No, so that's just for fun.
Okay.
What we're doing is actually for our clients. So we'll use our client's YouTube channel.
Okay.
to publish the videos. And then we use their website to publish the blogs and the FAQs. And then, like I said, we create a Reddit for them. We also can take those videos and post them on their standard social media platforms to gain additional authority.
And then I'll let Chris, but just to play this, like, I remember a time a couple years ago where the websites were saying, we don't want to put too much information here. We want it to just be every single page is just, here's the service, click, schedule appointment now. And they wanted to get rid of some of the blog stuff because it was just like, they said like, oh, the customer's never going to read it. And now it's like, no, bring the blogs back because AI is going to pick it up like Sherlock Holmes and go like, this is what I recommend, you know?
Yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah. Because in the world of SEO and just like standard search, the blogs didn't really matter a lot for rankings. They weren't great for backlinking, and people don't read them.
Yeah.
Like if you see one of my So Good koozies laying around, you know what it says on the back? Nobody cares about your website, because people don't read websites anymore. Because frankly, you could say whatever you want on your website, which is also why AI disregards it too. Like if you only work on your website, AI sees that as you could say whatever you want. Who is going to say you're lying?
Right.
What happens, Chris, what happens when you post something on social media?
Eventually gets buried.
People will call you out on stuff. Even if you're right or wrong, right? You get called out.
You know, it's
That's
love it or hate
likes.
it, baby.
It's kind of like the mirror. Like you could imagine that you are like super fit and handsome and sharp. And then you look in the mirror and you're like, who's that guy? You know, that's what AI does for you. It's a reflection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you that thing? Yeah.
Yeah, AI wants to know that you are who you say you are.
Right.
And it wants to look at the places that are not controlled by you. It likes Google Business Profile because it can read the reviews. It knows like what's happening based on what you say you do, based on what the public says you do. And then it likes to look at Reddit, because Reddit is the wild, wild west of all social medias.
Yeah.
And if you say something on there that's whack,
Yeah.
people gonna jump on there and
I mean, you could say anything and it goes that way.
Yeah. Even when it's right, you might get torn apart.
Yeah.
That's a different podcast.
Okay, so to create subject matter expertise on YouTube, tell me, like, okay, I want to do it. I'm convinced. I think you're right. I want to build something on social media, on YouTube specifically. Like, what do I have to do? Is it me actually like doing an HVAC job? Is it me talking about it? Is it me talking about pricing? Is the culture, like, what is the thing that AI is going to pull from to recommend me?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So
I know
what AI
it is a good question. That's why I asked it.
Trent's such a good question. For what AI is looking for is the questions that are being asked. So what questions are your customers asking online? What do they do? Like you'll see blogs now that are built for for AEO, and they're going to have things like, how long does a capacitor last? What is the best system? How long does, XYZ? It wants to know those questions. If you're an HVAC guy, if you're a roofer, my roof is leaking, what do I do? What's a dimensional shingle compared to a 3-tab? Those kinds of questions are what people are asking, and those are the questions you need to ask and answer on your content.
So definitely like more informational, not like how much does, I guess people are probably asking about price. But.
Yeah. And you can definitely ask that and then answer that within, you're going to be a bit of a politician, because if somebody says, how much does a roof cost? Right. Well, is your house a single story 7,000 square foot, or is it a 500 square foot little bungalow? Like, how much does a roof cost? Right. I mean, that's, how you can't quantify that all the way around, but you could talk about how pricing is done by the square, or the type of material, that kind of thing.
And I mean, what research or knowledge do we have as far as like it reading what's being said in the video versus what's being captioned in the video versus what's being titled in the video? Like, what's the most important there?
So in our research, none of the AIs are watching the videos. So they're going to pull transcripts, or they're going to,
and how are they pulling transcripts?
Directly off of YouTube. So if you're uploading the video with the transcript.
Okay. Yeah. And so, I mean, really YouTube is king. So, I mean, if you're posting this stuff on Instagram or Facebook, you're just swinging and missing?
If you're posting them there, that's like kind of that bit of authority, right? So Gemini wants to see it over there, but that's not its prime source.
Right.
Google likes Google. That's why YouTube's gold, and then GBP is second. And then if you're talking about any of the other LLMs, some of them prefer YouTube over Reddit, and some prefer Reddit over YouTube. But they're pretty much over 70% of the time going to look at one of those two first.
What are some of the unknown platforms that we should be investing in right now?
Well, Reddit's the number one. Really, Reddit is number one.
Wow.
Why is that? Is it just because the LLMs like it, or is there that many users on Reddit that are actively talking in forums?
No, it's that the AI likes the content there. AI loves the content on Reddit. So,
and is it all based? Is Reddit all location based? Like how is it?
Not always.
Yeah, because I mean, the hardest thing about any type of home service is that you're wanting to produce this content, and content can be consumed from Africa, right? And so content being created in Africa isn't necessarily, applicable in Chicago, Illinois, or whatever. And so, yeah, how do you produce content that is going to be attributed to your location?
So we post and we comment on local subreddit forums.
Got it.
Right? So if you're in the Tri-Cities, if you look right now at Reddit, you'll almost indefinitely find a subreddit for the Tri-Cities. Kennewick, Pasco, one of them.
And is it just general for the location, or is there like a home service Reddit for the Tri-Cities?
You're looking for a home repair or something along those lines, whether it's DIY or any of those. And so there's other ways that you can create your own. The issue is if you create your own subreddit, you also have to moderate it, and it has to have a set of rules that everybody that's part of that subreddit has to follow. And so, because Reddit, it is the Wild West in its own way, but you do need to set up a subreddit completely for it to be active. And then you have to moderate it. And do you really want to moderate all of New York City if you're trying to just win in the, in Manhattan? I mean, you start thinking about Tri-Cities it's a larger area, but it's not Seattle.
Right.
And so you really want to find, if you're trying to do this yourself, you want to find subreddits that already exist that can somewhat match.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, I just don't understand the game of Reddit. I'm like Trent.
Yeah.
I've gotten on Reddit like as much as I have Pinterest, right? Like over, I occasionally get on Pinterest to look at a couple ideas, occasionally, but it's like probably me and LinkedIn are the same way. Like I just don't get on there. Like what? Yeah. Who in the world is hanging out here?
I do not get on LinkedIn. I
think it's something wrong. I don't like LinkedIn either. I think it's because people, it's like
it's the employee hangout. It's
totally
like
it's the
water
mid
cooler,
to
upper level management.
Yeah,
the ladder.
They're all talking about like, oh, what kind of time do you have? You're like, yeah, I get it. Look at this little accomplishment. I don't know. Every time I post on there, I feel like, well,
I saw a meme and it was just like all kinds of like how to climb the ladder, how to brown nose better, all kinds of. It's like
that's exactly what
that is.
It
exactly what LinkedIn.
Shout
is.
out LinkedIn.
But that's how I feel about Reddit. That's how I feel about Reddit. It's like, dude, I'm not hanging out there. In fact, I don't even really know how it works. I know that there's threads and subthreads, but like, But usually I start looking at it, I'm like, dude, this thing's ghetto. It looks like Craigslist for like, it's
Craigslist for information.
Yes. It is kind of Craigslist meets Wikipedia meets MySpace.
Right.
Yes, everybody's
like,
an expert.
dude, feed me a video already. Goodness.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Okay, so we teach, you want to spend 8 to 12% on marketing, some version of that. What percentage should we be investing into, like you've said YouTube a lot. And you said the transcripts from YouTube are really important. And I guess I've noticed that where it's like the AI summary of YouTube now saying like this conversation is between Chris, Trent, and Paul and blah, blah, blah. But how much should we be investing in the videos? Like, is this like a blitz, like do this now because this is what's happening? Or is this like, try it out and see if you like it? But PPC LSA is still the king.
If I'm trying to fast growth, I definitely have a healthy PPC LSA budget, 100%. That's what's good. That's the prime thing that makes the phone ring.
Yeah.
But if you are only doing that, of course, you're never going to get out of that rat race. You'll never be able to build your empire because you're always chasing the next call.
And you're competing with leads that when I ran a shop, they were $35 and now it's $200.
Yeah. And so it could price
in a
you
matter
right
of
out your
5
profit.
years.
Yeah. Price your profit right out. Like it prices you out of the game because it kills your profit. And so for us, we like to be in a position where we're one of multiple lines. We want the customer to have a healthy SEO budget. So we're not talking like you don't need to spend 10 grand a month on SEO anymore. Okay. 10 grand a month on SEO, that's too much for today. Right. But you need to have a healthy SEO budget. A couple grand a month on SEO, then you're going to spend at least that much with me, maybe a little bit more with me, maybe even. And then whatever you're spending on SEO and AEO together, and if you're looking for heavy growth, that should be your budget for your PPC LSA.
Okay.
So, considering maybe a startup entrepreneur, he's bootstrapping this thing, right? Like he's funding the whole thing based off of sales, installs, right? There's no piggy bank, no father-in-law, none of this type of stuff, right? At what revenue point does it make sense to go and hire an agency like you to focus on this AEO and YouTube? Because I'm assuming there's a point where it's just like, hey, you got to go and produce this own content yourself, right? Film a selfie video, throw it up on YouTube, write a blog post, utilize AI, in some shape or form. But at what point does it make sense? Like, hey, I need to call up the So Good boys and get this taken care of.
Yeah, that's a great question. Our ICP is a $3 million a year shop.
Okay.
Now, if I'm in heavy growth mode and I do $2 million a year, but I'm putting 14% or 15% into my marketing, then we can fit in that. But we start to take up too much of the budget personally for me to be like, hey, I want you to spend money with me when you're doing sub 2. It's just a heavy percent, and you really should be putting more into PPC to get you over that $3 million hump. So that's typically that's our recommendation, because I come from the trades where you're like, hey, 8 to 12% is a great healthy spend, but that spend needs to be diversified just like any portfolio, right? Because it's an investment. People need to understand that marketing is an investment. Okay, it should be paying you dividends.
100%.
Is there ever a percentage of that? Okay, say we draw a line in the sand, 10% marketing. What percentage of that would you say that should always be allocated to something like your service?
Anywhere from 25 to 50%, depending on how big your business is. Because I can tell you that.
Sorry, 50% of the 10%.
Yeah. So if I'm a $3 million shop, I may be spending 50% of my budget on SEO and AEO to make sure that that's functional. If I'm a $10 million a year shop, 20%, right? Because I have more to spend. Mm-hmm. But you mentioned, like, when do I get in the game? Is it, is this something I should get in the game now or something I should wait? The foundation of AI search is happening right now. So if you're not building into the foundation, you're going to be behind everybody that does. So this is like saying, when .com started and everybody,
right, if you don't have a website.
If you didn't build a website the first 2 years of web search, you were light years behind everybody else. And that's what will happen to people that wait.
Can you attribute the spend to the ROI the way that you can with LSA and PPC? Like, how would somebody know if they found you on the AI summary? And then how would the company feel comfortable like reinvesting that back? Because everything should be quantifiable, like, and you could track everything, but how do you do it in this case?
So AI search is still, unfortunately, less quantifiable.
Okay.
Because they're gonna just say, I found you on Google.
Right.
Yeah. It's still, Google has a hard time tracking everything appropriately. They're getting better at it. So like SEMrush has some great tools that'll tell you where you're pulling in from AI, or if it pulled you in through the GBP. But like, you could get pulled through the GBP through the AI.
So how do you know?
And it's saying you came through Google Business Profile. I mean, the AI did it.
Okay, so I'm an owner and I have like a limited marketing spend, and I'm trying to make sure every dollar has a 6-7x return on this. Okay, so now I come to you and I'm like, yo, do this for me. How would you tell me if you were successful or not?
So in our world, it's harder to quantify that. It really is. So I try to. That's why another reason you got to be at that $3 million spend. I talk to people like,
you can't be desperate.
Like like a brand guy, like Dan.
It's an investment. It's wrapping your vehicles. It's billboards. It's a more of a brand play, right? Because I mean, somebody can see you in that first AI thing, and then scroll down to your Google My Business profile, and then it'd be attributed to LSA or whatever else, right? And so yeah, you're not going to be super quantifiable, and so yeah, you got to have additional dollars to spend because. Yeah, before $3 million, you better be spending 95 to 100% of your marketing budget on direct response. Like, get me in the door, get me an appointment, make sure that I can go and close this thing.
Yeah, we start talking about, I need to know that this exact campaign brought in this many dollars. Like when you're sub 3, even when you get towards 5 million, it's a little bit harder to do. But you should be playing in the digital branding game. When you get over 3 million, if you're not playing in the digital branding game, everybody's accustomed to paying for SEO.
Yeah.
And when you look at what the ROI is on SEO, it's terrible because you spend 12 months you build a website, 9 months later you get your first call.
Yeah.
Right. So like everybody's used to that. This is the AI version of that, but it does happen faster. We've had some clients where we get mass data. We have a SEO partner that it was our second week they called us freaking out, and I thought, man, did my guys break something on the website? I mean, I was a little panicked. I was like, what did we do? And they're like, how are you getting this many impressions? Our SEMrush data has hit like 6-month totals in a week. Like, how are you pulling so much traffic? And it's like, hey, we happen to hit, like, you hit the vein. You're like, this pulse in this market, this question's being asked a ton, and we're the only ones answering it. It's like that. That's not.
This is
every time.
This is really cool, really cool. But this is not. This is a new thing. Like what you're known for is the maps.
Yeah.
Right. So now you've taken of the one page on Google before you get to PPC. Right. You've taken the top spot, which is AI, and you've taken the second spot, which is maps, and that's like what 80% of people are searching on maps.
Yeah.
Like I went to go get a haircut the other day. I didn't go to Google. I went to maps and I was like haircut, and it just took me and I just clicked this, and I mean that was it. I'm not like looking at people's websites.
Now you're looking 4.5 stars above, done. I'm
near me.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've hit these two places, which is, again, if you're spending an enormous amount of money on leads and you're accustomed now because of the injection of private equity to paying $200, $300 per lead, and you could just obfuscate that entire process and take half of the
just use?
Obfuscate?
Have you ever heard that word?
It means word of the day toilet paper.
Word of the day. Obfuscate. Goodness, my mom did teach me that one.
It's a word, right?
I'm not questioning whether it's a word. I've just never heard it. It's incredible.
Anybody out there heard this word?
Dom, right, look it up.
Keep going. Obfuscate. All right.
It's a word.
I'm Googling it right now. Actually, AI in it.
Yeah.
Now his train of thought's all gone.
Sorry.
No,
continue.
Yeah, no, I yes. So we
obfuscate.
We did maps. We did maps because it was what was Google the primary search tool on Google. And when AI search came on, it actually started to take search results off of maps. And we said, hey, our goal is to dominate the top of Google for our client. And that is why we shifted into AI, because that's our prime objective, is to own the top of Google for our client.
Right.
So it was a natural shift as AI came on.
Yeah, he's going to Google it. I need to know now.
Dude, do you even know what it means?
Yeah.
Tell me what it means.
It means to like go around something, to not like go this way, to go around it.
To make something obscure, unclear, or hard to understand.
That ain't what the word meant.
Obfuscate.
No,
it means to do.
No, that's obfuscate.
Obfuscate. Wow. Okay, I don't know either one. Good night. Obfuscate.
This better be a word, or I'm gonna be.
Obfuscate. OFUSCATE.
Yeah.
This is just
for deliberate. Yeah.
Definition.
This is great,
dude. I mean, you got to. I mean, everybody else. Let the people know. Same word, easy to misspell. It's obfuscate.
Yeah.
OBFUSCATE. Obfuscate, but
USCATE.
yeah,
what's it mean?
sorry. Unfortunately, it means to deliberately confuse or muddy something, not to go around. But
Well, thank you for muddying this for us, Trent.
You know what?
I'm sorry.
I think that's the wrong definition. You spelled it wrong. That is what the word means. You're right, actually. But it sounded so good in this sentence. It sounded so good.
I loved it.
We
What
don't
word was
do
I
that.
thinking of?
We don't do that.
There is a word that means that go around.
All right. So, too good. Too good. So, back to the maps.
Right, the maps.
Yeah. So maps. Yeah. The maps got obfuscated, is that the word, by Google,
Yes,
because
yes.
AI started reaching in and taking impressions off of maps.
Dude, it's just one of my moves. I always use obscure words, and it's like I hope nobody actually knows what they mean.
I thought it was colloquial.
Thank you for calling Trent out.
All right. Good stuff. Okay, so where were we at?
Okay, I was trying to say that you've taken the two dominant positions on Google,
Yes.
and the remainder is the bottom, and you don't have to spend what you were spending. There's other ways, inexpensive ways, but ways that AI is attracted to.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Now, what percentage of people are searching on maps?
So on maps now, we're 60-ish% are on maps. Just
60% of
Yeah.
actual searches are.
Yeah, for local businesses. Now we're just talking about local businesses. So that
HVAC? Do you have HVAC, plumbing, electric?
not specific. So that just falls into local business.
I mean,
So
that
what
definitely
happens?
falls,
But what happens is you look directly. I need a haircut, or I'm going to go to a restaurant. You look directly on maps. It's a little less likely to happen in home services because you're not traveling there. You're having them come. So it's probably now down to 40-50%. But AI is over maps now. So Gemini actually runs the map pack. It actually runs all of that for Google.
Who is Alexa using?
Oof, I don't know. Alexa's the third voice search tool behind Siri,
Google.
and Google.
Yeah.
Google's number one. Siri's
Google
number two.
search or voice search?
Voice search, Google.
How is
Okay, Google this.
That's
Dude,
what I do.
You use OK Google?
Yeah.
Where?
Hey, Google. At my house.
Yeah. Hey, Google. Because they have Google Home.
Yeah. we have
Okay.
Google
And then
Home.
Siri
Got
is
it.
number 2 and Alexa's number 3. Last time I checked, anyways.
Interesting.
And here's the cool thing: you're an Apple user, right?
I'm an Apple user.
Yeah.
But I use Alexa at home. So our home is all
If
all
you
Amazon.
ask Siri a question on your phone, did you know that the answer comes from Gemini?
Yes.
Apple paid $1 billion to host Gemini on its servers.
Wow.
So if you're optimized for Gemini on search, you're optimized for Siri. You get 2 voice search tools for
Which automatically means you have higher quality buyers because we know that all quality people use iPhones.
one. Oh, okay.
Right. I mean,
As I'm sitting here with the Samsung, I'm the green bubble guy that you're like,
Oh, you are?
damn it.
I was hoping you wouldn't say anything. Now he's gonna.
I have an iPad.
Absolutely.
I'm just going to send you messages on my iPad.
I mean, anytime I get a green message, I'm like, is this person even real or am I getting spammed right now?
yeah, that's why. Yeah,
Why do you do that to people?
it's fun to just stir. The
No,
pot.
but really, why?
No, but yeah,
Like,
seriously.
why?
Yeah.
Is it the money for an iPhone?
No.
Okay.
Do you need
You
the extra
prefer-
money? I will buy you
I
an iPhone.
prefer
You prefer an Android?
I prefer the technology advancements
That's
that
what
Samsung
everybody
gives.
says, yet nobody uses any of it, and it's all overly complicated.
I think in the autistic community, it's popular.
Hey, 50% of the Jews in this
Hey,
room.
look, a touch of autism makes great.
No, for sure. I
great
mean,
business
Elon
owner.
probably has
50% of the Jews in this room use Samsung. Okay.
50%. That's true.
Wait, who's using Samsung?
Him.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I have an iPad. I'll just message you
Reddit,
guys on there
be
from
easy
now
on this
on.
podcast.
I'm Jewish. Okay, I'm Jewish.
Oh my gosh.
I certainly wouldn't be caught dead with
But
it.
I also work out.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you just can't.
Well,
All right, so back to it. We got so Siri is using Google as a platform,
Yep.
right? Because I mean, of course, all Apple, great product. But Alexa, Amazon, what are they using as a platform?
I actually have. I don't know. I mean, maybe
it would be just
Trent might know.
intriguing.
He throw out a word.
I'm gonna. I'll Google it.
Obfuscate.
Obfuscate.
So
But nobody asks Alexa for a plumber.
Yeah, I don't think yet, but I mean, I've got to imagine here in like 6 months, you're going to be like, yo, Alexa, get me a plumber to the house here at 1 p.m. Right. And then Alexa goes and researches, makes the phone calls, gets it done. Like I don't see a world that, 6 to 12 months from now, maybe 2 years tops, where that's just not the regular.
I was chatting with Tom Howard about this exact thing, which is like the thermostat, and could tell you like if there's inefficiency in the house, and then the thermostat could tell your Google or tell you, hey, your system is running not at high efficiency, close windows and doors, which it already says.
I can get you an appointment at 1 o'clock.
I could get you an appointment at 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you just say like yes or no.
That's coming like yesterday fast.
I mean, nobody... we already see how many people that just do like texting, right? Like want to talk to a chat bot or through Google LSA. They want to, message in or whatnot, and they just don't want to connect with a human, right? Like, I don't want the anxiety of talking to a CSR.
My wife
I don't
is like that.
Right?
Yeah.
So that already exists, right? Like, especially this whole new generation, right? Texting is the only thing. And so if they can even eliminate that, right, by asking Alexa to do their dirty work or, Google or whoever, like I've got to imagine that's where we're going. And so it would be intriguing to go and see, okay, what is actually feeding into Alexa, because I think that she's going to be a big decision maker here in the future.
I would be challenged that to say I think Tesla is actually coming ahead. He's got his robots that are going to come out. When those robots are in homes, the robot is literally just going to connect to the internet, and find a provider.
Dude, that thing is cheap too. Have you seen what the monthly payment is on it?
Yeah, it's nothing.
$500.
Who's not going to do that?
Are you
to get
kidding
their laundry
me?
done?
$500 gets my home cleaned, my meals made, my laundry done.
Take my money.
Like, dude,
that gets you a happy wife immediately.
I know. Well, maybe not though, because
Wow. Okay, we're not going to go there.
No.
Wow. Jeez,
Thank you,
Trent.
This is the word of the day.
The robots can do laundry like you do anything.
Yeah. But
this is a PG podcast. Excuse me, Trent. Goodness.
Okay, I see two big things are happening. First one is you have the generational buyer shifts, right? Boomers used to have the majority of the buying power. Now Gen X and millennials have that have the majority of the buying power, and those people don't want yellow pages, like Chris said. Those people want, like my wife, like me. Like I'd rather text and not have to talk to somebody on the phone. Just come to my house. And then you have all this technology shifts where it's like everybody was so used to, like the older generation, like of course you pay for the leads, And now it's like, hey, you could make YouTube videos and rank higher than paying for leads because you're asking the right questions. And just like you said, like that's the new undercurrent of this. You hit the vein.
So let's go back to that exact thing with Tesla. Obviously, the underlying search engine is Grok, right? What is Grok using?
What is it using? So it's going to prefer, if I remember Grok correctly, it's going to prefer Reddit and then YouTube.
Really? Okay. Very interesting. Because right now, so I drive 3 different Teslas, right? And you hit the microphone on there and you ask for directions, she stays on and like continues to want to have a conversation with you. And I'm like, no, shut up. Like, get up. Like, and it's powered by Grok, right? Like that's already happening inside the Tesla vehicles. So yeah, you bring in these robots. You got a lot of front runners there.
So the Tesla says, I've now experienced that. So you say like, hey, I want to go to the grocery store. She's like, no problem. What are you going for?
No, it'll just stick in there for like a conversation. Yeah. Like I'll think she's off and I'll have a conversation with my kid and she'll be like, oh, it sounds like it's going to be a good time. I'm like, chill out, Hilo. Yeah. Like, dude, like just drive the car,
For maps, it used to just be like, hey, I want to go here. And it would like, it puts it in and you go. Now it sits there and it's like, I've given you your directions, but now I'm also a passenger in your vehicle for the duration of your drive.
I've actually noticed that Alexa's been hanging out a little too long recently too. Obviously, she's always listening. Any of these agents are always listening.
Your phone's listening right now.
Right. But it used to be like, hey, Alexa, what's the weather outside? Boom. Here you got it. And then like a minute later I'll be saying something and then she'll pipe back in. I'm like, what the freak, dude? Like, how are you still here?
Not creepy at all.
Yeah, not creepy at all. So it's going to be a pretty...
We're seeing some big changes coming, and I think in the next 5 to 10 years, like I said, you're going to have your
Don't get me
in-house.
started.
One of these in-house robots is actually going to launch.
5 to 10 years.
We're 2 years from the first launch of the Tesla robots being in homes, like actually production, able to go.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the reason why they just cut the X and the S models was so that they could reproduce like all these robots faster. Did you know that?
No.
They literally, so there's 4 main models of Tesla. They cut half of them to be replaced by robots.
You know, there's this, I don't remember who said this, but it's the quote is, when communism comes, it will come with a smile. And it's like, when the robots come, it will come with convenience.
Right.
You know, it's like, we're just going to, this is a side note. This is all amazing.
Was that
we should do this.
Skynet's,
It will come with, yeah, but it's like, we're just like, Americans, we want privacy. Get out of my lawn. Also, go ahead, listen to every conversation. Tell me where to go. Bring the robot in. It's like, whoa, and they're gonna live with us.
I mean, dude, here's the reality. If you haven't accepted the fact that Big Brother's going to be hanging out with you for the rest of your life, like you might as well go live in a hole, because
head to Wyoming or Montana.
You're either in a hole or you're going to live a normal life. Like those are the only 2 options. Big Brother's going to be participating.
Yeah, there's some third world countries you can hide in, but if you're in a first world country, AI is going to be a part of your regular day. Meta glasses are everywhere now.
I know,
and so boom. I mean, you're being recorded almost everywhere you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This took an interesting turn.
Oh, do we want to talk about the future? You're going to get me going off a way big tangent. I'll tell you what.
Talk about outer space here in a minute.
Oh my gosh, you want to? I mean, pick a channel. You want to talk about how SaaS is literally dead in 3 years, or do we want to talk about how goods and services are going to be free in 15? We'll leave it for a different podcast.
We'll push it out for a different time.
Yes,
I think we're running out of time. You guys got a list today.
Ooh, we got some good ones coming up. But Paul, appreciate you dropping the knowledge. So obviously you're with So Good. Where can guys find you?
SoGoodTeam.com.
So Good.
Or they can come up to Pasco, Washington and see me here.
I love it. Man, got great packages. We actually use So Good across our portfolio with our different companies, producing great results. Until next time.